Have you ever stopped to wonder, truly wonder, about the secret spaces within your own mind? Not the thoughts you choose to think, or the memories you easily recall, but something far deeper. What if there's a hidden library inside all of us, a vast, echoing hall filled with stories and symbols we've never consciously read, yet somehow, instinctively know? Imagine shelves stretching into shadows, holding tales of heroes and monsters, of journeys and transformations, passed down not through books, but through the very fabric of being human. This isn't a whimsical idea from a fairy tale. It's a profound question that awakens curiosity about the hidden mind, a mystery that has puzzled thinkers for centuries. This shared, unseen world shapes our dreams, guides our gut feelings, and whispers to us in moments of deep reflection. It's a place where ancient wisdom resides, waiting to be discovered, a silent current running beneath the surface of our everyday lives. This deep, shared space, this library of the soul, might seem like a beautiful dream, but one brilliant mind dared to explore it with the rigor of a scientist and the wonder of a poet. His name was Carl Jung. He wasn't just a doctor, he was an explorer of the inner world, a cartographer of the soul. While many looked only at what was broken or easily seen in the human mind, Jung peered into the shadows, listening to the whispers of forgotten ages. He was a scientist who dared to look beyond what we can see and touch, beyond the personal experiences of one person. Jung believed that beneath our individual thoughts and feelings lies a deeper layer, a foundation shared by all humanity. He wasn't afraid to ask the big questions, to connect psychology with ancient myths, dreams, and symbols from every corner of the globe. It was Jung who gave this secret library a name, and in doing so, opened a door to understanding ourselves and each other in a profoundly new way. So, what did Jung call this incredible, shared foundation of the human mind? He named it the collective unconscious. Think of it as a vast, invisible reservoir, not filled with water, but with wisdom, ancient images, and deep instincts. It's like an inherited memory that isn't personal to you, but belongs to all of humankind. Imagine every important human experience, every fear, every joy, every struggle, etched into this universal memory bank, passed down from our ancestors through countless generations. It's why, without ever being taught, we might instinctively understand the idea of a mother's love, the feeling of courage in the face of danger, or the darkness of betrayal. These aren't things we learn only from our parents or school. They're echoes from a time long past, woven into the very fabric of our being. This collective wellspring is where our personal minds connect to the universal human story, guiding us in ways we rarely notice. To truly grasp this profound idea, let's think of it in a modern way. Imagine the internet, but instead of computers and cables, it's consciousness, and instead of data, it's deep human experiences. Every single person on Earth is connected to this vast, invisible network. When you log on to the internet, you can access information that isn't stored physically inside your own device. It's out there, shared by everyone. The collective unconscious works in a similar, yet far more mystical, way. It's a shared spiritual internet, where everyone can tap into universal human knowledge, feelings, and patterns that have existed since the dawn of time. You don't have to learn these things from a book or a teacher. They're simply accessible to you because you are human. It's not about facts or figures, but about the fundamental truths of life, death, love, and struggle that resonate within all of us. This shared access explains why certain stories, symbols, and dreams feel so familiar, no matter where we come from. Within this vast, shared library of human experience, there are not just vague feelings, but specific, powerful characters that play out countless times. Jung called these universal patterns archetypes. Think of them as the main, recurring characters in the epic story of humanity. They are not actual people, but rather basic blueprints or molds for ways of being, feeling, and acting that we all recognize. For example, there's the hero archetype, the brave soul who faces challenges and overcomes them for a greater good. We see this pattern in ancient myths, in modern movies, and even in everyday people who stand up for what's right. Then there's the mother archetype, representing nurturing, protection, and unconditional love, a figure found in every culture. Or the wise old man, a guide who offers wisdom and insight. These archetypes are like deep grooves in the human psyche, shaping our stories, our dreams, and our understanding of the world. They are the universal language of the collective unconscious, speaking to us through symbols and characters that feel both ancient and intimately familiar. The true power of these archetypes becomes clear when we look at the stories humanity has told itself for thousands of years. From the sun-drenched sands of ancient Egypt to the snowy peaks of Norse mythology, from the fireside tales of tribal elders to the pages of classic fairy tales, these same fundamental patterns emerge again and again. Consider the story of a hero embarking on a dangerous quest. Whether it's Odysseus sailing treacherous seas, Luke Skywalker facing the Empire, or a brave figure in a local legend, the core journey of challenge and transformation is the same. The nurturing goddess figure appears in countless religions, whether she's called Isis, Mary, or Gaia. The wise elder who offers guidance can be Merlin, Yoda, or a spiritual guru. This striking similarity across cultures, separated by vast oceans and millennia, is not a coincidence. It's powerful proof of the collective unconscious at work, showing us how deeply connected humanity truly is. These shared stories are not copied, they spring from the same deep well within us all. If the collective unconscious is a vast library, how do we read its books? How does it speak to us? Jung believed one of its most powerful languages is that of dreams. When we sleep, our conscious mind relaxes its grip, and the deeper currents of the psyche can rise to the surface. Dreams are not just random pictures, they are rich, symbolic messages from this ancient, shared realm. The collective unconscious uses symbols and stories in our dreams to offer guidance, reveal hidden truths, or point towards aspects of ourselves that need attention. A dream might show us a journey, a mythical creature, or a wise figure, not as literal events, but as metaphors for our waking life. These dream images often resonate with the archetypes we just discussed, like a hero facing a dragon, representing a personal challenge. By paying attention to these nighttime stories, we can gain incredible insight into our deepest needs and fears, understanding the guidance that comes from a source far older and wiser than our everyday thoughts. Let's dive a little deeper into the language of dreams. Have you ever dreamed of water, a vast ocean, a flowing river, or a quiet lake? For Jung, water often symbolizes emotions and the unconscious mind itself. A calm lake might suggest peace within, while a stormy sea could point to overwhelming feelings. This connection is universal. Many cultures see water as a symbol of life, change, and the mysterious depths. Another common dream symbol is a journey, or a path. This often reflects a transition or a change happening in your life, or a quest you are on, much like the hero archetype's adventure. Are you on a winding road, a clear highway, or lost in a dense forest? Each detail can offer clues. Animals, too, hold deep symbolic meaning. A soaring bird might represent freedom, while a lurking shadow animal could signify an instinct or fear you're avoiding. These aren't just personal quirks, they are echoes of the universal patterns, the archetypes, speaking to us from the collective unconscious, helping us navigate our inner and outer worlds. While dreams offer a direct window into the collective unconscious, these ancient patterns aren't confined to our sleeping hours. They actively influence our daily lives, often without us even noticing. Think about the choices you make, the people you're drawn to, or even the things that stir deep fear within you. Many of these aren't just personal preferences, they are echoes of archetypal forces at play. For instance, the desire to protect a loved one might spring from the deep, ancient roots of the mother or father archetype. Your attraction to a certain type of personality, perhaps someone adventurous, or someone who seems wise, could be influenced by the hero or wise old man archetypes seeking expression in your life. Even our fears, like a primal fear of the dark or of being alone, can be linked to ancient human experiences of vulnerability. These powerful, unseen currents shape our paths, guiding us towards certain experiences or away from others, making us feel a sense of destiny or an unexplainable pull. They are the silent directors of our personal stories. So often, we experience powerful feelings or sudden, clear insights that seem to come from nowhere. A wave of sadness might wash over us for no clear reason, or a brilliant solution to a problem might pop into our heads out of the blue. These moments can feel mysterious, even unsettling. But understanding the collective unconscious offers a beautiful way to make sense of them. When we feel a strong, unexplainable urge to create, to connect, or to seek meaning, it might be an archetype stirring within us, calling for expression. That sudden flash of intuition, that aha moment, could be a whisper from the deep well of shared human wisdom, offering guidance when our conscious mind is stuck. It's like tapping into that spiritual internet we talked about earlier, accessing knowledge that isn't personal but universal. Recognizing these moments as more than just random thoughts, but as messages from our deeper, collective self, can be incredibly grounding and empowering. It reminds us that we are never truly alone in our struggles or our triumphs. If the collective unconscious is a wellspring of universal human experience, then artists are often the ones who draw most deeply from it. Think about the feeling you get when you see a powerful painting, hear a moving piece of music, or read a story that touches your soul. Often, it's not just the artist's personal skill, but their ability to tap into something much larger than themselves. Jung believed that truly great art resonates with us because it speaks in the language of archetypes and universal symbols. A musician might compose a melody that evokes a deep sense of longing or triumph, tapping into the collective emotional memory of humanity. A painter might create an image of a heroic figure or a wise old tree that feels instantly familiar, even if you've never seen it before. These creative acts are like dreams made real, born from the depths of the shared psyche. Artists, in a way, become channels for the collective unconscious, bringing its ancient wisdom and beauty into our conscious world, showing us facets of ourselves we didn't even know existed. Beyond our personal choices and creative expressions, the archetypal patterns of the collective unconscious also deeply influence our relationships with others. Have you ever felt an instant, undeniable connection with someone, as if you've known them forever? Or perhaps found yourself repeatedly drawn to a certain type of person, even if past experiences with them weren't ideal? This isn't always just about personal chemistry. Jung suggested that these attractions and dynamics can be shaped by archetypes seeking to be lived out or balanced within us. For example, someone strongly embodying the hero archetype might find themselves drawn to someone who needs saving, or someone who inspires them to grow. A person seeking the wise old man might be drawn to mentors or teachers. We project these archetypal images onto others, seeking to complete or understand parts of ourselves. Sometimes, this leads to beautiful connections. Other times, it can lead to repeating patterns until we consciously recognize the underlying archetypal dance. Our relationships are, in many ways, stages where these ancient, universal roles play out, offering us profound lessons about ourselves and humanity. Let's pause for a moment and look inward. Think back to a time when you experienced a powerful connection that defied explanation. Perhaps it was with a story you read or heard, one that felt like it was written just for you, even if it was ancient or from a distant land. Or a symbol, a circle, a tree, a snake, that resonated deeply within you, carrying a meaning beyond its simple form. Maybe you've felt an instant, profound sense of understanding or kinship with a complete stranger, a feeling that transcended words and shared experiences. These aren't just fleeting coincidences. These moments are echoes from the collective unconscious, little nudges from that vast, shared library. They are instances where the universal patterns within you recognize and respond to their counterparts in the world outside. Take a breath, and remember that feeling. It is a direct link to the deeper currents of humanity, a reminder that you are part of a story far grander than your own individual life. These powerful connections we feel, whether to a story or a stranger, often lead us to another of Jung's most fascinating ideas: synchronicity. This term describes meaningful coincidences that seem to be more than just pure chance. It's when an outer event mysteriously lines up with an inner state or thought, creating a sense of profound meaning. Imagine you're thinking about an old friend you haven't spoken to in years, and moments later your phone rings, and it's them. Or you're struggling with a problem, and a book falls open to a page that offers the perfect answer. These aren't just random occurrences. Jung believed they are hints at a deeper, unseen order in the world, a connection between our inner psyche and the outer reality. Synchronistic events suggest that the collective unconscious isn't just a passive library, it's an active, organizing principle that can manifest in the world around us. It's as if the universe itself is trying to send us a message, guiding us, or confirming our path in a magical, yet deeply logical, way. To truly feel the resonance of these ideas, let's consider a simple, ancient tale. Across many cultures, from Cinderella to the Chinese Yeshin, there's the story of the orphan archetype. This character often starts in a difficult, overlooked position, facing hardship and injustice. They long for something more, for recognition, or for a true home. This archetype speaks to a universal human experience: feeling lost, unappreciated, or searching for belonging. The orphan isn't just a character in a book, it's a pattern of feeling and becoming that many of us can relate to at different points in our lives. The story often involves a magical helper or a sudden turn of fate, a synchronistic event that allows the orphan to rise above their circumstances and find their true place. This isn't about specific details, but the deep, emotional journey of overcoming adversity and finding one's true self. It's a testament to the collective unconscious, showing how universal human struggles and triumphs are etched into our shared psyche, providing comfort and guidance through the ages. It's important to remember that when we talk about archetypes, universal stories, and synchronicity, Jung wasn't describing magic in the sense of spells or supernatural powers. His work was deeply scientific, even if it explored the unseen. He was a meticulous observer of the human psyche, gathering evidence from countless dreams, myths, and cultural expressions to build his theories. Jung's genius lay in recognizing that there are profound, invisible forces at play that shape our human experience. Just as gravity is an invisible force that shapes the physical world, the collective unconscious is an invisible force that shapes our inner world, our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. It's not about believing in fantasy, but about opening our minds to the deeper patterns and connections that exist beneath the surface of everyday life. His insights offer a framework for understanding the richness and complexity of being human, giving language to those inexplicable moments and feelings that make us wonder if there's more to life than meets the eye. Now that we've explored this vast inner landscape, the most important step is to become your own explorer. The collective unconscious isn't some distant, abstract concept, it lives within you, right now. To connect with it, you simply need to start paying attention. Begin by noticing your dreams. Keep a dream journal by your bed, even if you only remember fragments. What symbols appear? What feelings do they evoke? Don't try to force a meaning, just observe. Also, pay attention to your daydreams, those moments when your mind drifts. What images, stories, or characters emerge? And most importantly, listen to your gut feelings, your intuition. That strong sense of yes or no that comes from deep inside, often before your conscious mind has even caught up. These are not random. They are messages, whispers from that deeper, wiser part of yourself, guided by the ancient wisdom of the collective unconscious. By honoring these subtle signals, you begin a powerful dialogue with your true self. As you begin to notice these subtle messages from your dreams, daydreams, and gut feelings, something wonderful starts to happen. You'll begin to recognize patterns. You'll see how the symbols in your dreams connect to ancient myths, how your strongest feelings echo universal human experiences, and how certain life events align in meaningful ways. This recognition is not just interesting, it's deeply transformative. Recognizing these patterns leads to a profound increase in self-awareness. You start to understand why you react in certain ways, why you're drawn to particular paths, and what deeper needs your soul is trying to express. It's like finding the hidden instruction manual for your own psyche. But it goes even further. This personal insight naturally expands into a richer understanding of humanity as a whole. You see the universal struggles and triumphs reflected in others, fostering a deeper sense of empathy and connection. You realize that beneath all our differences, we share a common, ancient story, making us all travelers on the same grand journey. As we journey into self-awareness, guided by the wisdom of the unconscious, we inevitably come face to face with what Jung called the shadow. This isn't a spooky ghost, but rather the parts of ourselves we don't like, the traits we'd rather hide, or the feelings we push away. It's the darker side of our personality, often hidden from ourselves and others, but still very much a part of us. Facing our shadow is a brave and necessary step in integrating the lessons from the unconscious. It means acknowledging our anger, our jealousy, our fears, or our selfish desires, not to dwell on them, but to understand them. When we ignore our shadow, it doesn't go away. It often acts out in unexpected ways, influencing our moods, our choices, and our relationships. By bringing these hidden aspects into the light of awareness, we can understand their origins, learn from them, and eventually integrate them into a more complete and authentic self. This process of integrating the shadow is a profound act of self-love and courage, allowing us to become more whole and balanced individuals, truly embracing all the facets of our being. As we face our shadows and gain deeper self-awareness, the most profound realization Jung offers is this: you are not an isolated island. You are part of a vast, ancient continent of human experience. We are all connected by this shared psychological inheritance, this collective unconscious. It is the deep, invisible thread that links every single human being, across time and culture. This means that the joys you feel, the struggles you face, the dreams that inspire you, and even the fears that haunt you, are not uniquely yours. They are echoes of a universal human story. You are part of something much, much bigger than your individual life. This understanding can bring immense comfort, knowing that you are never truly alone in your journey. It fosters a deep sense of belonging, a recognition that the wisdom of the ages, the triumphs and tragedies of all who came before, are woven into the very fabric of your being. This shared heritage reminds us of our common humanity and the profound interconnectedness of all life. As we embrace our connection to this shared human story, let's take a moment to truly appreciate the profound beauty and mystery of the human psyche itself. It is not just a simple thinking machine, but an astonishing universe contained within each of us. Imagine it as a boundless ocean, its surface reflecting the conscious world, calm or stormy, bright or shadowed. Yet beneath this surface lies an immense, unexplored depth, teeming with ancient life, currents of instinct, and sunken treasures of wisdom. Or perhaps, see it as a miniature cosmos, an inner galaxy where countless stars of thought, planets of emotion, and nebulae of archetypal patterns swirl in a silent, eternal dance. This inner world is as vast and complex as the universe outside, holding echoes of creation, the whispers of ancestors, and the seeds of future possibilities. It is a sacred space, filled with both darkness and light, a testament to the incredible journey of consciousness. Jung invites us not to fear this inner expanse, but to explore it with reverence and awe, for within its depths lies the key to understanding who we truly are. Exploring this inner cosmos, understanding its archetypes, and listening to its whispers isn't just an interesting mental exercise. It can profoundly change how you experience your life. By recognizing these universal patterns and the deep connections we share, you might find a profound sense of meaning and purpose that was previously hidden. When you see your personal struggles as part of a larger human narrative, you gain strength. When you understand the archetypal forces driving your choices, you can make more conscious decisions. Life's challenges can transform from random hardships into meaningful stages of your own heroic journey. The insights from the collective unconscious don't just explain the world, they invite you to live more fully, more authentically, and with a deeper appreciation for the rich tapestry of human existence. It's about finding your unique place within this grand, ancient story, knowing that your individual path contributes to the ongoing evolution of the human soul. This knowledge can ground you, inspire you, and fill your days with a sense of wonder and direction. For me, personally, Jung's ideas weren't just theories in a book, they were a flashlight in the dark. I remember a time when I felt incredibly lost, adrift in my career, questioning every choice. I kept having a recurring dream about being in a vast, ancient forest, unable to find a path. It felt scary and confusing. Then I stumbled upon Jung's concept of the hero's journey archetype, and suddenly, my dream wasn't just a nightmare, it was a map. The forest became the unknown, the challenge I needed to face, and my feeling of being lost was the call to adventure I was resisting in my waking life. This realization didn't magically solve my problems, but it changed my entire perspective. It gave my struggle meaning. I understood that this feeling of being lost wasn't a flaw, but a universal stage in growth. It empowered me to bravely step into the unknown, trusting that a path would reveal itself. Jung taught me that even in our darkest moments, the collective unconscious offers wisdom and guidance, turning personal chaos into a meaningful chapter of a much larger, shared story. As these profound ideas settle in your mind, let's take a moment for quiet contemplation. Close your eyes, or simply let your gaze soften. Feel the weight of these ancient truths, that you are connected, that you carry universal wisdom within you, and that your life is part of a grand, unfolding story. Breathe deeply. Allow the concept of the collective unconscious to sink in, not as a complex theory, but as a felt reality. Think of the echoes you've felt, the symbols that resonate, the intuitions that guide you. This isn't just about intellectual understanding, it's about a deeper, soul-level knowing. Let the sense of wonder, the mystical thread that connects all human experience, gently wrap around you. There is a silent strength in knowing you are part of something so vast, so timeless. Just be with that feeling for a moment. As we emerge from this moment of quiet reflection, carrying the weight and wonder of these insights, I leave you with a final, introspective question. It's a question that can guide your continued journey into the depths of your own being, and into the shared soul of humanity. Consider this: if the collective unconscious truly is a vast library of universal stories, archetypes, and wisdom, and if you are inherently connected to it, then what ancient story is waiting to be awakened within you? Is it the journey of a hero, daring to face the unknown? Is it the nurturing wisdom of the mother, ready to care for something new? Is it the playful spirit of the trickster, inviting you to challenge old rules? Or perhaps the quiet strength of the hermit, urging you to seek inner truth? This question is not meant to be answered quickly, but to be carried with you, a seed planted in your soul. Let it inspire you to look within, to listen closely, and to discover the profound narratives that are uniquely yours, yet universally understood. So, as you carry that question, what ancient story is waiting to be awakened within you? Let your gaze drift. Imagine a vast, shimmering tapestry, woven with threads of every color and texture. Each thread is a life, a dream, a symbol, an emotion, from the dawn of time until now. You are one of those threads, unique and vital, yet deeply connected to every other. This tapestry isn't just beautiful, it's alive, constantly shifting and revealing new patterns. You have the power to not just observe it, but to understand your place within it, to consciously weave your own story into its grand design. So, go forth with curiosity, with wonder, and with courage. Explore your dreams, listen to your intuitions, and pay attention to the symbols that speak to your soul. For within your own inner world lies not only the key to understanding yourself, but also a deeper connection to the entire human family. The journey inward is the greatest adventure of all,